So what we want to do now, I thought that a little shortcut would be for us to go ahead and color fill the whole leaf, just so that we have a nice starting point. We don't have to start from scratch. You could certainly skip this step and just start yours without the flat color, but this is a nice little tip to know how to do anyway. So the first thing that we want to do is tap on this sketch layer. It's already selected, so we just have to tap it once. And I want to come down and click reference here. When I do that, you can see that reference is highlighted here. So that is just telling Procreate that that's the layer I want it to be focused on. Now I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to move this layer underneath the reference layer. So to move it, I'm just going to tap it and drag it down. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get it to drag, just keep going. Sometimes using your finger to tap it and pull it down works a little bit better. So you can try both of those. It seems like Procreate did an update not very long ago, and for some reason in that update, that move got a little bit more difficult. So now what we're going to do is use our color picker to find a color that we want to fill our leaf with. And what I'm basically looking for as I look at the reference photo is just what color do I see most? What color will really give us a good base to start? So I'm just going to use a finger, tap and hold to turn on that color picker. And I'm just going to move it around until I find the color that I think I want to have as my base. Once I let go, it automatically puts that color up in our color picker, this little color circle. If I tap that color circle to open it, you can see where that color is on the classic view. I have the classic view chosen down here at the bottom. So with the classic view activated, this is the screen that you'll see. Whenever you choose a color, it's nice to come into this screen and get an idea of where it's falling. A lot of times when you pick a color from a reference image, it can kind of gray it out. It can kind of be low on this little area. We can adjust it by tapping on that circle and dragging to a different area. So that's a good way to adjust your colors. So let's go ahead and bring that in. We'll make sure, just check our layers again. We're on this empty layer, the layer that we put below our sketch. And by the way, I didn't point this out earlier, but this Bruni with the pencil, that's actually the pencil that I used when I made this sketch for this file. And I just included it in that layer name because sometimes if you come back to a piece later and you want to make some edits, sometimes you just have no idea what brush you used. So whatever we can give ourselves to help us if we do 3 years down the road want to make some adjustments, they're just nice little additions to have. So let's go ahead and do the color fill. What I want to do is tap on the color circle and drag it in. The important thing to remember when you drag this in, wherever we drop it, we don't want that to be on the line itself. If we drop it on the line, it will try to color fill those lines. So I'm going to tap and hold and just drag it in. I still have my Apple Pencil down on the screen. I haven't let up. That's because I might want to adjust the threshold. You can think about the threshold as the tolerance of how well it's going to fill. So if I drag it to the left, you can see that it kind of reduced the area that it's filling. If I drag it quite a bit to the right, you can see that it fills the whole screen. That's not what I want. So I'm going to just, with my pencil still on the iPad, just adjust that until I get it right at the point where it's filling the leaf, but not the background. So about there. Now, when I come back in to turn off my sketch, if I just click back on the image, you can see that I have just a nice image without all of those pencil marks to deal with. The reason that that helps us is if I had all the pencil marks on, at the end of this piece, I would have to come back in and do some cleaning up and get rid of those. It's kind of fun work to do. I usually don't mind, but I thought I would show you guys the correct way to do it so you're not having to deal with that original sketch.